We had one plan: to scare people, make them laugh, and make some money. Everything was going great until he got in. "Halloween is our chance," said Sam, standing next to the old Impala that smoked more than it ran. "People want scary, funny, and a little stupid, and that's exactly what we are." He sounded convincing, as always. Travis, standing beside him, just snorted. "That's not an Impala, that's a coffin on wheels." "At least it's atmospheric." Sam slapped the hood, sending up a cloud of dust. "We'll turn it into the spooky cab. Skulls, a smoke machine, neon lights. And the best part? Our new GPS voice pack." He hit a button, and instead of the usual, "turn right," the GPS croaked out, "No one ever made it out alive from here." I, Nick, couldn't hold it in and burst out laughing. "Sam, if we don't get arrested tonight, I'm officially calling you a marketing genius." He grinned, satisfied. "Genius or ghost? We'll see which comes first." The first few hours were pure fun. We drove party people around, smoke poured out of the trunk, the GPS mumbled creepy nonsense, everyone filmed stories and laughed their heads off. Halloween night was in full swing, and even Travis, the eternal pessimist, was smiling. "People pay to be scared," he said as I pulled up outside a bar, "and I think we just figured out how to sell fear with a soundtrack." And then he gets in. He's standing alone under a streetlight, in a dark gray coat, hat pulled low. Not in costume, not drunk, just strange. I rolled the window down. "You called the spooky cab?" "Yes," he says calmly. His voice is low, even, completely emotionless. "To the end of the street, then turn right." Sam jumps in right away, trying to make small talk. "You must really be into the atmosphere tonight. We're only giving rides to the brave ones." "I'm not brave," the man says, eyes fixed straight ahead. "I'm curious, how did you record those GPS lines? The voice sounds familiar." "Our friend's an actor," Sam replies quickly, "but I can tell he's uneasy too." "No," the stranger says quietly. "That's the voice of someone who went missing 2 years ago." Silence fills the car. Even the music suddenly feels wrong. I laugh because I honestly don't know what else to do. "Good one. That's part of the game, right?" He meets my eyes through the rearview mirror. "You think I'm joking?" I try to stay cool. Maybe he's some YouTuber pulling a prank, or maybe just some psycho. But the farther we drive, the stronger the feeling that he knows something. "This car," he says, still staring out the window, "belonged to my brother. Same license plate, same scratches on the door. They found him 3 days after Halloween. Without," he pauses, "without any answer to what happened." Sam says nothing. Travis turns the music down. I try to act calm, even though my heart's pounding like crazy. Maybe he's just messing with us. Maybe it's all a coincidence. And then he adds, "You even kept the same coffee stain on the seat." I hit the brakes hard. "Listen," I say, "I don't know who you are, but this was just for fun. We didn't know this car actually belonged to someone." "It's not about the car," he cuts in quietly. "It's about you." When he steps out, even the door closes softly. No click, no sound. He leaves something on the seat, an old-looking business card. "Daniel Bray, private investigator." We sit there in silence for 5 full minutes. Then Sam finally says, "If that was a prank, he's either a genius or insane. Or maybe we are," Travis mutters. I start the engine and roll forward slowly. The smoke machine hisses faintly. The GPS stays silent. And even though I laugh along with them, there's this cold weight inside me. Because there really was a coffee stain on that back seat. One I hadn't been able to scrub out for a year. And I think tonight, someone finally told us why. We pulled over by a 24-hour coffee shop, not because we wanted coffee, but because we needed to breathe. Sam was quiet, which was never a good sign. Travis stared out the window, clutching the detective's card like it might suddenly explain everything. Okay, Sam finally broke the silence. But what if that really was a private investigator? And what was he even doing here? Investigating how 3 idiots decided to make money driving people around in a stupid Halloween cab? Or how his brother disappeared? I don't answer. I just pull the car under the neon glow of a sign that reads, Midnight Joe's, and step out. Inside, it smells like espresso, cheap caramel syrup, and warmth, the kind I'd been missing all night. The barista's a girl in a black shirt with pink streaks in her hair. When I place my order, she glances toward the window. That your car? The black one with the skulls? Yeah, I say. Ours, technically. Why? She smiles, but there's tension behind it. There was a man here earlier, in a coat. Sat there for about an hour, just watching out the window. Said he was waiting for a black Impala with smoke. I thought he was kidding. Something tightens inside me. When was this? Maybe 20 minutes before you drove by. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a crumpled piece of paper. She left this. Said if a car like that showed up, I should give it to them. I unfold it. Written in pen, in uneven handwriting. Find out how Halloween 2023 ended. Hurry, before it happens again. Okay, now this isn't funny anymore, Sam says, when I show him the note. Nick, tell me this is one of your friends trying to mess with us. I wish. Travis leans over the paper. 2023. That's the year that old garage on 5th burned down, remember? So what? I ask. There was some guy who went missing back then. His name was Bray. A chill crawls over my skin. The same last name on the business card. We're sitting in the car outside the coffee shop. Sam's smoking, Travis is on his phone, scrolling fast. Here, he says, showing us the screen. Quote, Daniel Bray, private investigator, who is looking into the 5th Street fire, during which his brother, Jonathan, disappeared. Unquote. So, he's real, I say slowly. But what does he want from us? Travis shrugs. Maybe we bought his old car and he just wants answers. Or maybe he's testing us, Sam mutters. Maybe it's all part of some prank show. I stay quiet. There was something real about that man. Not like the people who pretend to be mysterious. His silence weighed more than any of our jokes. I glance in the rearview mirror and notice the barista girl standing by the coffee shop window, watching us. I get out. You're still here? She asks, surprised. We're trying to figure something out. Looks like a movie, she says, just without the special effects. And without a script, she smiles. I'm Mia. If you need more caffeine for your investigation, I'm your girl. Nick, I say. And yeah, I think we'll need a lot of coffee to survive this night. We sit on the bench outside, sipping lattes. Mia tells me she's heard about the 5th Street fire. Says it was a storage place for old cars, one of them a black Impala. The owner vanished that night. Coincidence? I say. But even to my own ears, it sounds unsure. Maybe, she says softly. Or maybe you're driving around with someone's story, and they just want you to finish it. Her words stick in me like a shard of glass. When I get back to the car, Sam and Travis are already arguing. I'm telling you, we're not going there, Travis shouts. It's private property. Everything's burned down. That's exactly why we should go, Sam fires back. If we want to know what's going on, we need to see it for ourselves. They both turn to me. So, Captain, what's the call? I look at the note, then at the coffee shop, where Mia is wiping a table and glancing our way. Let's go. Seriously? Travis shakes his head. We're getting into some dumb thing again. Maybe, but this time, at least we'll know whose it is. I start the engine. The GPS wakes up and mutters the usual, route calculated. Everything would be normal, except for the last line, quiet as a whisper. Next stop, the garage on 5th. Sam laughs nervously. You do this? He asks. No, I say, not this time. We head into a night that feels thicker than the smoke coming out of our trunk. Somewhere behind us, under the streetlights, Mia stands watching us go. I don't know if I'll see her again, but I do know one thing. This story just turned personal. The city at night looks different when you're not sure what you're even doing. The streetlights seem colder, the roads longer, and the music coming from the speakers is no longer funny, just unnecessary. We drive in silence. Sam, usually loud, just smokes and stares out the window. Travis clutches his phone like it might protect him. I think about Mia a few blocks back, the only person tonight who felt like a real island of normalcy. And I think about how, apparently, I'm about to do something stupid again. The garage on 5th looks like a ghost from the past, blackened, half ruined, a crooked closed forever sign hanging askew. We park the Impala at the curb. Well, here it is, Sam says, trying to keep his spirits up, the center of our little thriller. I'd call it the scene of our probable demise, Travis adds dryly. I get out of the car. The air is cold, smelling of iron and old smoke. The entrance gates are slightly open, as if someone has been expecting us. You sure you want to go in there? Sam asks. I just want to know what all this means, I say. Inside, it's dark, but the light from my phone is enough to make out charred car frames and graffiti on the walls. On the concrete is an old stain, like spilled paint. Except it's not paint. Oh God, Travis whispers. Someone really died here. Let's get out of here, Sam says. Listen, whatever this is, I'm not signing up for the documentary Idiots and the Afterlife. I'm about to agree when I hear footsteps. Slow, even, coming from somewhere behind a wall. We freeze. And from the shadows, he appears. Daniel Bray. He looks calm. Too calm for someone we thought might be a psycho. A flashlight rests in his hands. You came, he says. Good job. You've been following us? Sam steps forward. What kind of game is this? The game ended when you started that car, he replies. I didn't want to scare you. I just wanted to see if you were honest. Honest about what? Daniel sets the flashlight on the hood of the burned-out car. This Impala was sold at an auction after the fire. My brother died here. He was fixing cars when the wiring sparked, but the report said spontaneous combustion. Nobody investigated further. And you thought we might be involved? No, he says, looking straight at me. But when I saw the same car with the skulls and the smoke, I thought it was a sign. Silence. The three of us stand in the ash and smoke of the past, and suddenly the whole night stops feeling like a game. You're saying the fire started because of wiring? Travis asks. Do you have photos, documents? I do, Bray says. And you know what's strange? It didn't catch fire from the inside. It started underneath, which means someone set it on purpose. Sam whistles. So it was arson. Exactly. And I know who did it, he says, unzipping his bag. But I need confirmation first. He pulls out our spooky cab business card. I found this here this morning. I feel the blood drain from my face. That's impossible. We've never been here. Then someone wants it to look like you were, he says, calmly. Someone's playing with you. And with me. We step outside. The night feels even darker now. If that's true, Sam says, then someone's setting us up. But who? I ask. There's one man, Bray says. The owner of this garage.
He runs a chain of repair shops in the city now. His name's Larry Woods.
And you want us to, what, go to him? No, he says. Just keep your eyes open, and don't trust anyone who laughs too easily. We part ways by the burned-out building. I start the engine, Sam stares out the window in silence, and Travis mutters, "So what, we're just gonna leave it like this?" "No," I say, "but not tonight." On the way back, I see the lights of Midnight Joe's. Without thinking, I pull over. Mia's behind the counter when I walk in. "You came back?" "Yeah, and I think I've got more questions than answers now." "That's a good sign," she says. "If there are still questions, it means the story isn't over yet." She pours me a cup of coffee, slides it across the counter, and adds, "By the way, some guy came in earlier today, said he was looking for you. Larry Woods." I grip the cup so tightly, the hot coffee almost spills over my hands. What did he say? That he wanted to talk business? What business? What business could I possibly have with him? I ask, my voice shaking. When I step back out into the night, it doesn't feel festive anymore. The city looks like the aftermath of a party, balloons deflated, pumpkins rotting, and somewhere in the air, the faint smell of smoke still lingers. And as I slide into the Impala, I can't shake the thought that maybe this is only the beginning of a story, the one no one ever wanted to finish listening to. Sam leans toward me. "So what now, Captain?" I glance at the GPS. It's silent. "Now, we'll see. But I've got a feeling this isn't cosplay anymore. It's the real thing, a proper mystery." Travis smiles for the first time that night. "Well, there's still a coffee shop nearby, so our odds of survival aren't that bad." We pull away, and as the red glow of the taillights cuts through the dark, I realize, for the first time all night, I'm not scared. I'm curious. Because every story starts as a joke, until it becomes the truth.